Just another cog crammed into an extremely annoying film. Aardman always delivers in the animation department, but outside of this I never really understood Victor. Almost as disposable as Hendrix, the Colonel is yet another misfire in the DreamWorks villain department. Spinning Man Driller was a fine obstacle for the crews to get over. Eris is memorable for one reason and one reason only, we all know that reason. Prince Charming was a fine addition to Shrek 2, but come Shrek 3 he was given the most annoying dialogue ever. I've always enjoyed Turbo quite a bit, but none of my love was towards its antagonist, because Guy was yet another throwaway antagonist with no depth whatsoever. For saying that Ants was DreamWorks' first film, I guess Mandible was a lesson for DreamWorks to learn on how not to do villains. Jeff Goldblum took a poorly written character and turned it into something quite entertaining. Lola, oh Lola, you left quite a mark on mankind. Kung Fu Panda 4 is yet to come out in the UK, but as of right now, Shen is by far the weakest villain in this franchise. A chef who cooks up trolls, that's dark DreamWorks. Don Lino doesn't stand a toe against Bruce the Shark from Finding Nemo, but he's quite funny. Selfish and manipulative, Miss Tweedy deserved all the sweet pain that came her way. I think the thing that DreamWorks learned from Red Death is that it's better to stick with human threats going forward in this franchise. The Trolls films are far from peak DreamWorks, but as far as villains go, Queen Barb is a whole load of fun. Pitch Black had all the potential to be a top tier DreamWorks villain, but ultimately Black was underutilised and not nearly as dark as he should have been. Makunga is defeated by an old woman. Nana, you're our hero. Even if I've started to warm up to the fairy godmother in more recent years, I still can't fall in love with this character and bring myself to rank her any higher on this list. It's pretty impossible to mess up a lawyer who wants nothing more than to challenge a being caught. I'm here to say that Leighton T. Montgomery is a big highlight to this B-movie. A little bit too much British culture tied with this character for my liking, but other than that, pretty solid creature. Everyone talks about Tai Lung as if he's this evil entity, but I think his origin scene made Tai feel more human in nature than most like to admit. The very best thing about Miss Grunion is her strange romance with the Roman guy voiced by Patrick Warburton. Do luck is, in fact not a perfect place with this lunatic ruling the place. This guy literally wanted to erase the human race and rename Earth Galaxar Planet. Pretty big goals for a fairly weak threat. Nana will forever leave an impact on all generations for her crazy over-the-top obsession with Alex. Aardman's funniest pair of characters add an extra level of comedy to an overall British film. J.K. Simmons made Kai the strongest villain in the Kung Fu Panda trilogy. He was also given some top tier fight sequences. Over the top, cartoony comic book style villain, Professor Marmalade is yet another fun villain. Held back by a tragic past, Humpty Dumpty just needed some love in life. You're all gonna hate me, but I generally thought Chelsea made Ruby Gillman a fairly solid film. Vincent scared me to death when I was younger. His sarcasm and spine-chilling words makes him a very scary threat. I've actually grown up with Rumpelstiltskin, but the one from Once Upon a Time, so I was quite surprised to see such a different tonal take on the character in the Shrek universe. He's a whole load of fun in here and you've got to love him for that. Love this guy, he's got all the meme material needed for such an iconic little fella. Grimmel pushed Hiccups to his limits. He's definitely one of the franchise's highlights. Dubois has a kind of concerning obsession with Alex. You can't help but sympathise for Dave. The penguins ruined his innocent life, so I understand him wanting revenge. As the name would imply, Death is quite literally the most terrorising DreamWorks villain ever. A very crucial character made to challenge Megamind's perception on good vs bad. Jack Horner might just be the worst person Jiminy Cricket could end up with. There's nothing redeemable about this character and that's what makes him memorable. layered character conflicted between found family versus finding the star to seek out her true family. In the end though, she made the right choice.